Hi Pisces, welcome into your monthly money career tarot reading for the month of June 2023. I hope you're doing genuinely amazing. We're going to begin and pull from this money and career oracle deck as well as tarot after that. I'll leave both names of the decks down below in the description box if you are curious. And let's begin. Let's do some initial shuffling. Okay, feeling good and taking charge. Let's do one more shuffle to begin for my lovely Pisces for June. Okay, we have several. The light bulb card to begin, talking about lucrative ideas, being very creative when it comes to solutions, overcoming, helping other people, I feel the need to say, when it comes to approaching levels of growth that you desire for your business, for a side hobby for some, when it comes to your work for your job. I do sense that there's thoughts of fulfillment and lack thereof which, wanting a change for some drawn to the reading, but I do feel as if you're thinking about a past change and how that's benefited you and how it's been a little bit tricky at certain points, but you've dealt with it. There's a feeling of you at times needing to make the best of the best out of the best of the best, excuse me, when things don't feel ideal or perfect, but you're going to be reminded that there's true luck on your side. I'm hearing you're a lucky clover, all right? Stars in your eyes. Now, I feel like you're appreciating the stardom or just the star quality of certain people you're working with and or living with, or you're just viewing online or something of the sort. But I also feel like you're thinking about being more so noticed, being a star for some, how to become big, how to get something to become big, a name for yourself, if you will. But I do feel as if you are gaining certain levels of respect and honor throughout the month, and this feels good. There's good fortune on the horizon that I sense that you're getting a bit of a taste of throughout the month, and that feels good. Being reminded that you deserve more than you've made, earned, and even saved up until this point. Earning will feel good though, all right? There's a sense of you not being handed money per se, maybe a little bit here and there if it's say a donation or extra tips for a tip-based job, or it could be through your job anyways, but I do, or a gift for some, but I feel for the most part it's a very hard-working month where you're putting the effort towards whatever you feel is going to be rewarding for you in more than one way for some, and you just reap those rewards. Right? You see the money earned, and that feels good. So the candle card talking about how naturally it's a month where you're taking action with a ton of ambition. I'm seeing the Knight of Wands. I feel like your passion is coming through with every word that you speak, with every mannerism even, right? You could be working with your hands. I feel like people like your mood, your energy. I'm hearing try not to at times slip into a robotic way of speaking, even if you're kind of used to doing that, or it just feels like that's kind of coming to be. Just, slip into a more natural way of communicating. Anyways, there's also a focus on the fact that a lot of witch drawn to the reading do a very good job at communicating in an adapting kind of way, adapting to who you're speaking to, the type of energy or energies in that moment, right? Because not everybody's going to digest what you're saying, what you're trying to get across to them in the same way. And this is going to help you achieve more than people would think, or even what you would expect to in that situation. Anyways, I feel as if this is a month where you're manifesting money, all right? And I feel like that you're even manifesting more than that. So there's a need to focus on the power of your Piscean mind. It's a hustling kind of month where it's like, all right, I don't have a ton of time, or I gotta get all this done by a certain point, a deadline, even if you set that deadline for yourself, right? A month-long project is what I'm hearing. Anyways, but I do feel as if there's a focus on management within your position, right? Within that job, that department, or it could be you more so thinking about how you manage your business, however that looks for you, or multiple. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of Pisces drawn to the reading are thinking about how they have multiple career situations on their plate, because you want to make the most out of your income, right? Maximize it. Or you could be thinking about how maybe you should moving forward. Or for a select few, it could be more so in regards to you reflecting upon when you once did, and how that did pretty much burn you out, right? But you made the money. Anyways, I feel a vision coming about. Now, this vision could be in regards to your future financially. It could be what you want to invest in or something of the sort. It could be how to make more money, regardless of how that looks for you. It could be more so you coming up with or seeing visions, creating a vision with the words that you speak. I want to say channel messages from my very spiritual Pisces drawn to the reading. I wouldn't be surprised if you were a tarot reader or a healer or something of the sort. I'm getting Reiki specifically, a counselor. Interesting. Putting your skills to use throughout the month, but thinking about how there have been skills that you've learned over time up until this point that you don't put to use, right? Say you went to school for something specific, or you gained this skill and that skill from this job and that job, and now you do this kind of job, right? But you might be pushed to recognize that at least some of which, if not all of which, is being put to use in certain ways. It reminds me of me in this channel, where a lot of what I do now with this, at least for the most part, I had perfected or gained certain skills for it with the random jobs I've had and the schooling I went through. Anyways, but I do feel as if the Pisces drawn to the reading who desire a new opportunity, right? Whether it's a new investment like a car, a place to live, it could be a new job, it could be wanting to become an entrepreneur, just not sure how to go about approaching that to start it, to get off the ground. Or it could be you not having the right idea, or just kind of being indecisive, or just not sure if it's going to actually come to be or work out in your favor. There's a need to be positive and optimistic about it because, again, you're manifesting. If you want it, it's yours. Believe that wholeheartedly. But the Eggs card talking about how you're thinking about how you've in the past started over. You could be wanting to start over moving forward. Start from the beginning again. There might be a push for those of which continuing with the situation to have a bit of a restart with your approach, with your mindset, how you feel about things, and watch how much lighter things feel, how easier you're manifesting more success. It just feels like this will feel refreshing all the meanwhile. I'm also hearing don't put all of your eggs in one basket. I don't know how that's going to apply to your situation, but I also feel like there's a huge focus on you saving up, right? Saving up your money. Every coin counts, right? And I do feel as if you could be pushed to manage your money a little bit better. It depends on your situation, or you could just be on point with it. I feel a very kind of all over the place, different energies when it comes to that, all right? Nobody's perfect and everybody's different. But resources, there are resources you could be using to feel more balanced, a lot healthier when you're working or at home, to get things done more efficiently. The number 3 coming into play. You could be thinking about benefits at a job, or you run a business and don't have the benefits that you could at a job or once did. I do feel that there are new opportunities coming to mind, popping up online at times, or just randomly through synchronicities. Somebody is going to be of importance that you meet throughout the month, for a lot drawn to the reading. Somebody new, a stranger. This could be through an interview. This could be randomly networking, or just somebody that is introduced to you. Anyways, or somebody you just randomly stumble upon or run into, or end up talking to in public. So don't discard random conversations throughout the month, but be selective. Be smart all the meanwhile. But I feel as if for some there's a focus on housing insurance, car insurance. But to move on to the last of the 4 cards before we shift to the tarot, the Wings card. Being prepared to fly towards more for yourself, whether again that's an investment to move towards, like a house, an apartment, something of the sort. I'm hearing condo for a lot. It could be to fly towards more income, a new position, a new opportunity, you name it. but I feel like there's a feeling, bear with me, there's a sense of you being very angelically guided. Your energy is going to feel quite angelic, at least for the most part, for the majority of the month of June. And this will be adding to what you're creating and developing. This will make things more effective. This will draw the right types of people into you. Your spiritual way of being is what I'm getting. Even if you don't consider yourself spiritual, or that's, for a lot drawn to the reading, it's not part of your work. But I feel like either way, you're putting your intuition to use when it comes to when to spend money, when not to, who to associate yourself with at home, at work in general, when to get things done, when mulling over the past and considering this and that for the future, planning, or just brainstorming. I feel like there's going to be an important ad that you see. Now, this could be online, could be, say, a billboard, it could be literally anywhere. This ad is going to be of significance, and you will feel this in your gut. Apply it as you may, because it's going to be a different message naturally tying into your money and career, or one or the other. But yeah, look at this. Spiritual work. All right, we spoke upon that a lot. And your life purpose taking a highlight. It's okay if you work a job just to make money and it's not your life purpose or tied into it. But a lot of which onto the reading are thinking about how to more so fulfill your life purpose moving forward, be one with it, and still be able to make money and succeed. And a lot of which are being reminded that you are already doing what you're meant to in that sense. And so there's a need to keep things moving forward, to not give up, and to remember your worth through it, but to remember the worth of what you're working on, okay? I feel like you're making a difference throughout the month, however that looks for you, your mission in this life. There's gonna be a vibe about you at certain points where it's, even if you're not feeling, being perceived as stressed or really fast-paced, you could be very, very slow-moving for a lot of the month. You're being viewed as somebody who's on a mission, right? You're migrating to work. Please get out of my way. I'm on a mission, right? Whether you're driving, walking, you name it. Anyways, but let's move on to the tarot and see what else we get. For Pisces, the Emperor card. Yeah, buckling down and planning, brainstorming once again, creating, developing. Yeah, I feel like there's just a very intuitive, very intelligent vibe about you, where don't be surprised when the light bulb just goes off several times throughout the month randomly, being spirit gifting you a solution or ideas, clarity, a vision, but this also coming to be naturally from you, okay? I'm hearing a smart cookie, and I just feel like your ideas are going to be put to use at a certain point moving forward. So you might want to take whatever comes to mind and write it down, because it's not going to necessarily be a month where everything, or any of which for that matter, is useful or put to use. You might not even be able to pinpoint whether or not you will see this being useful in helping you out moving forward, or whatever you're meant to be wrapped up with. But I really feel like either way, write it down, okay? Stay organized. That's also a vibe. When you're at work, when you're at home, things need to be clean, tidy, organized. Try to recognize or remember that this is going to benefit your mental status, right? How you approach things, how you strategically hold back and approach. I just feel like when people confront you about something, I feel like there's going to be a question at work for a lot drawn to the reading. And this question will be kind of assumptive, or just questioning your honesty or something of the sort. It doesn't feel like a positive question, or at least it will feel that way. Recognize that this is a minimal moment, and I do feel like you will prevail and prove your point simplistically, or it will just be proven for you. But the Three of Coins, because I feel like people are noticing you. There's a sense of your work here going viral for some, or just spreading comfortably at a steady pace. Doing better than the last round of something, or just doing better than you once did. Things, again, increasing, adding up, you vibing with what you're working on. Moments when you get that release, when you laugh, even if it's not with your work, right, or related to it during it, that feels good, it's necessary, right? You might need to get a release as far as feeling pent up, overworked. It could be the energy you're picking up on. You name it. You'll get it done when you're meant to. You'll get it done when you get it done is what I got. And so I feel as if this is a reminder to take a deep breath. Don't stress about all you still have to accomplish. And the same goes for when you're meant to acquire that new position, opportunity, situation of importance in your mind, soul, and awareness. Okay? What else do we have? The Four of Swords, a sense of spiritual protection, intuitive protection, knowing more than you once did, and this is allowing for you to move forth with a level of confidence and to not overdo it at certain points. Very interesting. And so I feel like with this imagery, the Four of Swords at times speaking upon this, find that balance. Know when to take a nap if you're at home. Don't be napping at work. Knowing when to take a break, to take a day off of what you're running, or you know what I'm saying? Knowing when to step away from your work, to just take a breather, okay? And also just trying to have that work-life balance, regardless of what that ends up looking like for you. At times an adjustment in perspective, but more so you, at times being vulnerable and this paying off for you, at least for the most part, but hanging from the tree of your Piscean wisdom and this helping something work in your favor. And I feel as if there's a sense of good karma written all over your month, where when you do the right thing, whether it's throughout this month or even past efforts, actions, and even holding back, things just come back around in a positive sense, right? You might actually be witnessing, for a select few, negative karma working against somebody at work and or at home, okay? Or you could be thinking about that from the past, but either way, a lot of speaking throughout the month. It's gonna feel draining, and so that reiterates why self-care, replenishing, getting that release is very important. But I just feel a victory about how you get things done when you wrap things up with a bow and you don't delay when you intuitively feel that's necessary, but also a sense of victory and importance to delaying something or certain things throughout the month when necessary. Again, trusting your Piscean intuition. You're a Pisces, don't forget that is what I heard. You're a Pisces, do not forget that. Strong by nature. The World card, because I feel like your world is developing. The different weather at times throughout the month, how it varies, that affecting your work or just affecting you in general. I don't know why it's coming out as I was drawn to the four corners. But the different moods that you have, how the different days, different Pisces. Okay, anyways. But yeah, I feel like you're seeing your career evolve. You may be reflecting upon how it's evolved and developed over time. I made the right choice, if not multiple. Please trust that, okay? At times you don't know in the moment fully or at all that you're making the right choice, and then it just works out, regardless of how much more it should have to work. It needs to work out moving forward. Does that make sense? That was horribly put. Stay on course is what I'm hearing. The Eight of Swords and the Eight of Wands, because I feel like this is a month where there's a lot of speaking once again with the Eight of Wands, and you could find yourself just running around at times like a chicken without a head, or just feeling like you have a lot to accomplish, even if you're not rushing or you're moving slowly or just at a comfortable pace. Don't give in to any people, energies, the vibe of a situation, deadlines, to leave you feeling rushed or more stressed. Okay, you don't deserve that. I feel like there's going to be certain moments where, again, you kind of feel a little bit uptight. I feel like that energy, something of the sort, situation is feeling quite off. You may have to just be patient with that, but you might need to step away. I also feel like there's a push to remember why you feel a bit restricted or trapped within a situation, and this will feel purposeful and maybe a little bit annoying. Okay, moving right along, let's pull a couple more to continue for Pisces. Time to get it done is what I'm hearing. Okay, look at that. You might have a focus on a situation that came to an end, work, investment-wise, that was very stressful, all right, or competitive in nature, and how this benefited you. You could be thinking about how being the Eight of Swords right here, it's a situation where currently, where this isn't good energy, this isn't properly run, I'm not respected enough. It could be a situation where you just really wholeheartedly want to see it come to an end, put it to rest, and that will happen when it's meant to. A vibe that you just kind of get up and do what you got to do. You could also be thinking about your savings. I'm hearing try not to pick from your savings, right? Manage your money with a sense of intuition wrapped up into it. But the Ace of Coins and the Seven of Cups, talking about how this is a month where you have a lot to get done. You will get a lot done. You have a lot of options, all right? You will pick from your tree of wisdom when you need to, and this will benefit you and potentially others in what you're working on. All the meanwhile, it feels like there's a new job on the horizon or throughout this month for a lot drawn to the reading. It feels like there's a strong way about you if you look at the Ace of Coins imagery, and this is coming into play, being noticed by others and even noticed by you at certain points. I feel like this is going to be a very, okay, I'm hearing cookie cutter kind of month, but I feel like it's a very ambitious month once again, where you will feel very, I'm hearing achieved, okay, accomplished by the end, where you're ready to step into the following months to conquer even more, to see more come to be for yourself, and to continue the necessary and desired growth all the meanwhile. Beautiful. So if this was truly helpful, sending you so much love and light. Definitely go enjoy your month of June, and I'll definitely see you next time.